click and collect as you go. Right, so in the last video I was going through the process of making my pulley system. So I remembered the carving kit, and I thought what I'd do is I'd kind of conclude what I did yesterday, or what I did in the last video, which was obviously yesterday. So this is the one that I previously made, and if I just twist up the cordage and show you, alright, that's the little small one that I made. And then what I've done was I finished it off. I basically looped it off with some number 12 bank line. Alright, it's twisted up a little bit, and I'll use my finger as an anchor and use that bit of orange cord that I bought out, basically just to show you. And as you can see, it's quite a good simple setup. Now, I didn't come up with this idea. I think it was might have been Cold Cracker Bushcraft I was watching ages ago, or maybe even Dave Canterbury, I don't know. But you know, it's a good little setup. It's a great little thing, great little project. But what I thought I'd do is I'd come out and try and finish this bigger one out. Now, I've got to admit, I did drill the hole at home just because it was quicker. And good job I did, really, because it was actually quite tight trying to drill through it. So I'd imagine with the you know, I used a 16mm drill bit. You know, if you're out here and you've got to do it, you've got to do it. But you know, or just for sort of, you know, sort of the purpose of the video, you know, I've obviously drilled it through. Now it's a little bit off centre, okay, but it will still work, it will still be fine. Let's just put that away. Now what I've done is I've bought a piece of hazel out with me, and obviously that's going to go through the middle there as my spindle, I suppose. So I'm going to shape that down now, take all the bark off and shape it down a bit smaller, because it's probably about 18mm. Well, it's going in there, but it's probably about an 18mm sort of, you know, sort of dowel at the moment. Just by stripping the bark off alone, I've managed to push it through. Now there's a little bit of a kink in that dowel, so I mean, this was part of the pole system that I had yesterday set up for when I was going to do the net. So there's a little bit of a bend in it, really, a little bit of a kink, because there weren't any straighter bits there. So what I'll do is I'll take it up to there a bit, you know, and then we'll cut it off there, and then we'll put a little groove in it all the way around for the little bit of string to sit over the top. It. So there's movement in it. I thought I'd use this piece of orange lace, if you like, just to show you the other knot for the other to attach to the pulley. So I'm just going to do an overhand knot, and then an overhand knot the other side. I'm not tying them too tight because I'm going to keep this bit of cord, obviously, so it comes together. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to twist it. Just keep twisting it. Yeah, so I just want to keep twisting it. Go. I haven't got another piece of cord on me now to show you it working, but you kind of get the idea. I mean, it's quite a great little idea, really, if you want to sort of maybe get some logs off the ground, or you know, whatever. You know, what I was thinking about it yesterday, because we were talking about kayaks and stuff like that, and one of the guys, Jeff, was talking about a pulley system, and I was like, oh yeah, I knew I needed to do something. And so there we go. So that's one of the pulleys, and obviously that's one of the slightly smaller ones that I've done. So yeah, so what I might do in another video is there was a guy on Instagram who I follow called Bushcraft Kelso, I think, something like that, out in the States, and he basically made up a mini sort of fishing rod, you know, using a length of stick and then attaching a little fishing reel to it, and so on and so forth. And I thought that was such a blinding idea, and I made one myself. And if you watch the video, the last one that I did, I mentioned that I made one. So what I might do is actually I've got another piece of hazel that I collected when I was out last. So what I might do is do a little video on me making one of those. For the reel, it was literally, obviously you want something a bit bigger than that, with a spindle in the middle. Obviously you want it to be sort of thicker at one end, when obviously you actually attach it to the arm of the fishing rod, if you can imagine. That's like that. And then what you do then is you actually you know, drill a little hole here to be able to attach your other little dowel for your handle, and then you've got the control of the reel. And then by pinching the line with your index finger and your thumb. So yeah, that might be an idea for another video. So I'm going to sit here and enjoy my Darjeeling coffee now, Barney. So this particular product, I want to sort of give it a good thumbs up, really, even though I've only used it for a short amount of time, and that's this Yeti insulated cup. Now the reason why I bought this was, one, is because at home, when I use ceramic cups, I have a tendency to break them. When I take them out into the shed, my elbow catches them or something else, and they end up smashing all over the floor, and I end up with obviously, you know, reduced amount of ceramic cups. And obviously Mrs. C don't get too happy when I start breaking all the ceramic cups. So with that in mind, I started using a Kapilka, the larger Kapilka, but I find with the large Kapilkas that they don't really keep the brews hot for a long time. And so my next option then was to get one of these Yeti cups, or these cups by Yeti, not affiliated with them or anything like that, but great bit of kit. Obviously fully insulated, very rugged. It's got a nice lid on it as well, and a slot that goes over there to obviously cover the mouthpiece. The lid comes off, even though the lid fits on there quite snug, it comes off quite easily, and it's very easy to clean. Because if you're like me and I like my brews, obviously after a little while it starts to get tannin build up and everything in there if you're drinking a cup of tea, and obviously it builds up from drinking coffee as well. So it's very easy to clean. And they're not that expensive either. This was around 20 quid. I mean, you can pay that for some of the ones in some of the other high street sort of shops. And and it's Yeti. You know, they do good cool boxes and everything else. They hail from over across the pond in the States, and you can pick these up, as I say, for about 20 quid, and they come in a variety of colours: black, green, pink, blue and stuff like that, but obviously I went for the green one. There's a few of us that have got them now. Dave Fry's was the first one to get one, and that kind of sort of then put me onto the road of obviously purchasing one myself, and then I think Dean's got one as well. So there you go. So that's an insulated cup by Yeti, and great for having a brew. Keeps the brews nice and hot, and saves you sort of having to keep getting, you know, keep having to put your kettle on or your pot to get to have a drink. Now as kit goes as well, I can't recommend these enough, these pocket bellows. Absolutely brilliant. This particular one was given to me by Wanderer Essex, Dean, and he actually put a piece of leather around the end of the bellows. Now I've got a couple of sets of them. I've got three of them now, and one I bought from Pulley Technologies, I think it was, on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested. They're only a few quid, and they're a UK company, and they are just brilliant. They're just like a, you know, I mean, alright, if you can get hold of the old car aerials, then by all means nick someone's car aerial, but I'm not obviously instigating that. But you know, for something that, you know, you see me use this quite a lot, and I always used to poo-poo these. I've got to admit, I always used to think they were too gadgety. You know, I can pinch my fingers, you know, use the handle on my knife and all that sort of stuff, but they really are a good little bit of kit. I can't sort of recommend them enough. These definitely get a thumbs up by me. They get used all the time. You probably see me using them when I've got a fire going and the fire starts to sort of die down. Obviously getting one of these, getting it right into the embers and giving it a blow where the oxygen sometimes doesn't get to the base of the fire, they are just, you know, they are just superb. Really simple, and I can't recommend them enough. Alright, so that's a pocket bellows. Alright, so I'll put a link in the description to a couple of maybe my Amazon affiliates, and if you haven't got one already, great addition to your fire kit.